Inspire room. This is not a rehearsal. And you are not here by accident. Look at your hands. Right now, look at them. These are not the hands of a spectator. These are the hands of a builder, a creator, a warrior. They are capable of shaping your reality, of holding your dreams, of wiping away your tears, and of clapping for your own victories. But for far too long, you have been using them to hold on to the past, to hold on to fear, to hold on to what's safe, what's comfortable, what's familiar. And in that desperate holding on, you have forgotten their true power, to let go, and to reach for something more. Today, we shatter that illusion. Today, we redefine everything you thought you knew about success, because you've been sold a lie, a beautiful, seductive, intoxicating lie. The lie that success is a finish line, that it's a place you arrive at, a title you earn, a number in your bank account, a moment of applause. You've been taught to chase the trophy, the corner office, the social media validation, the day when you can finally say, I made it. And in that relentless chase, you have missed the most important part. The part that gives it all meaning. The journey itself. The title of this video is Success is a Journey, Not a Destination. And if you take only one thing from our time together today, let it be this: you are already a success story in the making. Right now, in this very moment. Not when you lose the 20 pounds. Not when you get the promotion. Not when you find the perfect partner. Not when you finally feel good enough. You are a living, breathing, pulsing testament to the human spirit's capacity for growth. And it's time you started acting like it. Let's talk about that destination mindset. It's a thief. It's a thief of joy, of presence, of peace. When you believe success is a destination, you live in a state of perpetual postponement. I'll be happy with a broken bar. I'll be proud of myself on see a broken bar. I can relax after a broken bar. You are constantly pushing your fulfillment into a future that never actually arrives. Because the moment you reach one peak, your eyes adjust, and you see a higher one in the distance. The goalpost moves. The finish line recedes. And you're left standing there, on what should be the summit of your achievement, feeling empty, feeling like a fraud, asking, is this it? I sacrificed so much for this. That feeling of emptiness is not a sign that you failed. It's a sign that you believed the lie. You mistook the milestone for the entire journey. Think about the greatest stories ever told. Is the hero's journey about the moment they slay the dragon and get the treasure? Number. It's about the call to adventure they were initially too afraid to accept. It's about the mentors who guide them, the allies they meet along the way. It's about the trials they endure, the battles they fight, the parts of themselves they are forced to confront and overcome. It's about the wisdom they gain, the person they become through the struggle. The treasure at the end is just a symbol. The real prize is the transformation. The dragon is not the obstacle to the treasure. The dragon is the treasure, because it forges the hero into someone worthy of holding it. Your life is no different. Your challenges, your setbacks, your late nights, your early mornings, your moments of doubt and your flashes of clarity, this is the stuff of your hero's journey. This is your story, and you are the author. So, we let go of the destination. We release the death grip on that single, fragile outcome, and we embrace the journey. We fall in love with the process of becoming stronger, becoming wiser, becoming more compassionate, more resilient, more authentically you. This shift in perspective changes everything. It turns failure from a verdict into feedback. It turns struggle from a sign of weakness into a badge of honor. It turns the mundane, daily grind into a sacred practice, a ritual of self-creation. When you are focused on the journey, you are never truly failing. You are either winning or you are learning. And both are essential fuels for the path ahead. I want you to think of a river. A river is never at the ocean. It is always becoming the ocean. It starts as a trickle, a single drop of melted snow on a mountaintop. It doesn't say, I'm too small to be an ocean. I'll just stay here as a puddle. Number. It begins to flow. It encounters rocks. Does it stop? Number. It flows around them. It wears them down over centuries. It goes through narrow canyons. Does it complain about the confinement? Number. It moves faster, gaining power and momentum. It merges with other streams, growing wider, deeper, stronger. It has periods of calm, meandering through peaceful meadows, and periods of ferocious, thunderous rapids. Every single twist, every turn, every obstacle, every tributary that joins it all contributes to its power, its character, its journey. The river's purpose is not to arrive at the ocean. Its purpose is to flow, to be a river. Fully, completely, unapologetically. The ocean is simply the beautiful, inevitable consequence of its faithful flow. You are that river. Your goals, your dreams, your success are that is your ocean. But your life, your purpose, your meaning are that is found in the flow. In the daily, consistent, courageous act of moving forward, no matter how slow, no matter how difficult, just keep flowing. Now, I know what some of you are thinking. That sounds nice, very poetic. But my life isn't a river. It feels more like a puddle that's starting to evaporate. I'm stuck. I'm not moving. I'm not growing. I hear you. I have been there. In the quicksand of stagnation, where every day feels like a carbon copy of the last. Where your dreams feel like they belong to someone else, someone younger, someone braver. Where the fire in your belly has been reduced to a single, flickering ember, and you're terrified that the next gust of wind will extinguish it for good. That feeling of being stuck is one of the most painful human experiences. But I am here to tell you, with every fiber of my being, that stuck is not a permanent state. Stuck is a season. Stuck is a classroom. Stuck is the universe's way of asking you a very important question. What is the next, smallest, most microscopic step you can take? Growth does not demand a giant leap. It asks for a tiny, almost imperceptible shift. It's not about transforming your entire life in a day. It's about reading one page of a book. It's about taking a 5-minute walk. It's about writing one sentence of that business plan. It's about deleting one negative app from your phone. It's about drinking one glass of water instead of soda. It's about sending one email, making one phone call, stretching for 60 seconds. These things seem insignificant. They seem too small to matter. But I am telling you, they are everything. Because momentum is not built with grand, heroic gestures. Momentum is built with tiny, consistent actions. A single snowflake is weightless. But enough of them, acting in consistent concert, can stop traffic, close schools, and transform a landscape into a silent, beautiful wonderland. Your small actions are your snowflakes. Do not despise the days of small beginnings, for it is in these days that you are building the very foundation of your cathedral. One brick at a time. Lay the brick. Let's talk about fear. Because fear is the guard dog at the gate of your growth. It barks loudly. It bares its teeth. It tells you all the reasons you should stay inside. Where it's safe. You're not qualified. People will laugh. What if you fail? You don't have what it takes. Fear's job is to keep you alive. In the caveman days, it was essential. It stopped you from petting the saber-toothed tiger. But today, in our modern world, fear has gotten confused. It now interprets any form of discomfort, any risk of embarrassment, any potential for failure, as a life or death threat. And so it holds you back from the very things that would make you feel most alive. You must understand this. Courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the judgment that something else is more important than fear. Your dream is more important than your fear. Your growth is more important than your fear. Your legacy is more important than your fear. So, the goal is not to eliminate fear. The goal is to make fear your companion, not your captor. Acknowledge it. Thank it for trying to protect you. And then, politely, firmly, take its leash and say, "You're coming with me." We have a mountain to climb. Feel the fear, and do it anyway. The more you do this, the quieter the barking becomes. The dog learns to heel. It learns that your mission is more important than its misguided warnings. And what about failure? We have to reframe failure. Right now, in your mind, failure is probably a red stamp, a closed door, a final, humiliating verdict. I want you to see it as data, as a compass. As a teacher, Thomas Edison, when inventing the light bulb, didn't fail 2,000 times. He famously said, "I didn't fail, I just found 2,000 ways how not to make a light bulb." Every single failure was a piece of data that brought him one step closer to the solution. Every closed door is not a stop sign, it's a redirection. It's the universe saying, "Not this way, I have something better for you. Turn here." The greatest innovators, artists, athletes, and entrepreneurs in history have one thing in common: an extraordinary relationship with failure. They see it not as a tombstone, but as a stepping stone. So, the next time you fail, I want you to ask yourself 3 new questions. What did this experience teach me? How did this make me stronger? Based on this new information, what is my next, most intelligent move? This turns a moment of defeat into a moment of power. You are no longer a victim of circumstance, you are a student of life, gathering intelligence for your next advance. Let's get practical. How do you actually live this journey-minded life? You need a compass, not just a map. A map tells you the exact, predetermined route to a specific destination. But what happens when there's a landslide, a roadblock? What if you decide you don't even want to go to that city anymore? The map becomes useless. A compass, however, always points to true north, no matter where you are, no matter how lost you get. A compass can reorient you. It gives you direction, not a rigid prescription. Your values are your compass. What are your core values? Is it integrity? Is it creativity? Is it service? Is it freedom? Is it growth? Is it connection? Get crystal clear on your 3 to 5 core, non-negotiable values. Write them down. Put them where you can see them every day. And then, make your decisions based on them. Instead of asking, "Will this get me to my goal?" start asking, "Is this action aligned with my values?" When you live in alignment with your values, you are successful in the moment. You feel a sense of integrity and peace, regardless of the external outcome. The goal might take years to achieve, but you can be successful today, right now, by choosing one value-aligned action. That is how you find joy in the journey. Now, let's talk about the myth of arrival. I want you to imagine, for a moment, that you finally achieve that big, audacious goal you've been chasing for years. You get the promotion. You hit the financial target. You win the championship. There is a moment of euphoria, of celebration. It's real. It's glorious. But then, a few days, a few weeks, a few months later, a broken bar, a strange feeling creeps in. A feeling of broken bar. What now? The high fades. The confetti is swept away. The spotlight moves on, and you are left with yourself. If you have tied your entire identity, your entire sense of self-worth, to that single achievement, you will experience a profound crash. Avoid. This is what happens to so many lottery winners, so many retired athletes, so many entrepreneurs who sell their companies. They reached the destination, but they forgot to enjoy the ride. They forgot to build a life, not just to resume. They forgot to become someone, not just achieve something. The true reward is not the trophy on the shelf. The true reward is the discipline you forged to win it. The true reward is not the money in the bank. The true reward is the character you built to earn it. The true reward is not the title on your business card. The true reward is the wisdom you gained, the people you helped, the person you became on the way to earning it. The destination is a dot on the timeline of your life. The journey is the entire line. Don't sacrifice the line for the dot. This is about building a life of rich texture and deep meaning. A life filled with stories, not just stats. A life defined by resilience, not just results. Think of your life as a beautiful, intricate tapestry. From the front, it's a masterpiece, a beautiful picture of success and achievement. But if you turn it over, what do you see? A mess, knots, loose threads, tangles, colors crossing in seemingly chaotic ways. That messy, chaotic, tangled baxadia that is your journey. The late nights, the rejections, the heartbreaks, the mistakes, the moments you wanted to quit, the tears, the confusion. You cannot have the beautiful picture on the front without the messy, tangled, complicated work on the back. Do not be ashamed of your knots and your loose threads. They are the evidence of your work. They are the proof that you showed up. They are what make the final picture so strong. so unique, so valuable. Embrace the mess. It means you are creating a masterpiece. I want to speak directly to whoever is watching this right now and feels like they are behind. You look at your peers, at people on social media, and it seems like they are miles ahead. They're getting married, having kids, buying houses, starting companies, traveling the world. And you're here, feeling like you're still at the starting line. Let me give you a new metaphor. Life is not a race on a single track. It is a vast, open wilderness, and every single person is exploring their own unique path. There are no maps for your specific path. There is no ahead or behind. There is only here and there. You are exactly where you are meant to be, gathering the exact experiences you need for the next phase of your journey. The skills you are learning in your struggle, the patience you are cultivating in your waiting, the self-awareness you are gaining in your solitude. Dear, these are treasures that those on a seemingly faster path may not be acquiring. Your path is yours alone. Do not compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 20. Your timeline is divine. Trust it. Bloom at your own pace. The most beautiful flowers in the forest do not rush to open. They wait for their perfect season, and when they bloom, they stop everyone in their tracks. Now, let's ignite the fire. I want you to think about a version of you from your past. Maybe it's you from 5 years ago, 10 years ago. Maybe it's you as a child. Think about that person. Think about their hopes, their dreams, the things they wanted to do, to see, to become. Now, I want you to look at yourself through their eyes. Would that younger version of you be proud of who you are today? Would they be inspired by your resilience? Would they be in awe of the battles you've fought and survived? Would they be excited about the life you're building? Or would they be disappointed that you gave up on so many of their dreams? Let that question land, not as a weapon of guilt, but as a catalyst for action. That younger you is not gone. They are still inside you. That spark of wonder, that boundless belief, that fearless heart, it's all still thee, buried perhaps under layers of responsibility and disappointment and realism, but it is there. It's time to reconnect with them. It's time to make a promise to that younger self. A promise that you will not let their dreams die. A promise that you will be brave for them. A promise that you will try for them. This is your call to adventure. And every single day, you get to choose whether to answer it. Will you choose comfort? Or will you choose courage? Will you choose the path of least resistance, or the path of most growth? Will you listen to the voice of doubt, or the voice of destiny that whispers, "You were made for more"? The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. But so does the journey of a stagnant, unfulfilled life. It begins with a single choice to do nothing, to stay the same, to play it safe. Which step will you take today? I am not asking you to quit your job tomorrow or to make some radical, life-altering decision in the next 5 minutes. I am asking you to commit to the process, to fall in love with becoming, to wake up each morning and ask, how can I grow today? How can I be 1% better than I was yesterday? How can I move 1 inch closer to the person I am meant to be? 1% better, that's it. It seems too small to matter. But let me show you the math. If you get 1% better every single day, for 1 year, where do you end up? You don't end up 365% better. You end up 37 times better. 1.01 to the power of 365 is 37.78. The power of compound growth is not a financial principle, it is a life principle. Small, daily, seemingly insignificant improvements, when compounded over time, create staggering results. Stop worrying about the massive, overnight transformation. Focus on the 1%. Read for 15 minutes a day. In a year, you'll have read over 15 books. Walk for 20 minutes a day. In a year, you'll have walked over 120 hours. Practice a skill for 30 minutes a day. In a year, you'll be an expert. The journey is built in these daily rituals. These are the bricks of your cathedral. Lay them with intention. Lay them with consistency. And you absolutely must, learn to celebrate the small victories. We are so conditioned to only celebrate the big, obvious wins. But the journey is paved with tiny, beautiful milestones. Celebrate getting out of bed on a hard morning. Celebrate finishing a difficult task. Celebrate having a difficult conversation. Celebrate choosing the salad. Celebrate resisting the negative impulse. Celebrate showing up when you didn't feel like it. These are wins. Acknowledge them. Reward yourself. Give yourself a mental high five. This isn't childish. This is neurological. When you celebrate, your brain releases dopamine, the motivation molecule. It creates a positive feedback loop. It tells your subconscious, this behavior is good. Let's do more of this. You are literally training your brain to enjoy the process of growth. So, throw a party for your progress, no matter how small it seems. Remember, you are the river. You are always flowing, always becoming. There will be seasons of rapid, exhilarating movement, and there will be seasons of stillness, where it seems like nothing is happening. Do not mistake stillness for stagnation. In winter, the river appears frozen on the surface, but deep beneath the ice, the water is still moving. It is gathering its strength. It is preparing for the spring thaw, when it will burst forth with more power than ever before. Your periods of quiet, of rest, of reflection, of what feels like nothing, these are your winters. They are essential. They are part of the cycle. Honor them. Do not fight them. Use them to rest, to plan, to heal, to learn. Spring always comes. As we begin to bring our time together to a close, I want to leave you with a final, powerful thought. You have within you a limitless potential for growth. You are equipped with everything you need for this journey. You have a heart that can endure, a mind that can solve, and a spirit that can overcome. The only thing that has ever stood between you and the life you are meant to live is the story you tell yourself about what is possible. It's time to change that story. It's time to write a new narrative, a narrative of courage, a narrative of resilience, a narrative of relentless, joyful growth, a narrative where you are the hero, not the victim, where your scars are proof of your strength, not your suffering, where your stumbles are part of the dance, not a reason to leave the floor. So, from this moment forward, I need you to make a decision that you will no longer postpone your happiness, your pride, your sense of success until you reach some distant destination. I need you to decide that you are successful right now, because you are on the path. You are in the arena. You are showing up. You are trying. That is success. And from that place of empowered presence, you will move forward, not with the desperate energy of someone trying to escape their current life, but with the confident energy of someone who is building their masterpiece, one deliberate brick at a time. Your journey is yours. It is unique. It is sacred. It will have peaks that will take your breath away and valleys that will test your very soul. Embrace it all. Learn from it all. Grow through it all. Keep your compass of values close to your heart. Take the next, small, courageous step, and then the next, and then the next. Success is not a place you will someday arrive. Success is the person you become, the courage you display, the wisdom you gather, and the impact you make while you are on the road. Success is the journey. So, keep growing, keep moving forward. Your ocean is waiting. But don't rush. Enjoy the flow. This is Inspire Room. Remember who you are. Now, go build your journey.